Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a 5th experimental snapshot showcasing the new terrain generation for the upcoming Minecraft 1.18. My name is Sliced Lime and I am, of course, here to guide you through the changes compared to experimental snapshot 4. Let's start with the big news. The peaks of mountains that you might have previously seen in the Bedrock Edition betas have made their way into the experimental snapshots. That means that you get sharper peaks on some of the mountains. This is of course random as with everything else, so there will still be less peaky mountains around. Mountain areas and peak biomes are slightly larger on average in this version compared to the last one, and the mountains have become a bit higher again. The highest mountains above height 260 or thereabouts will not have peaks, leaving space for players to build on top of the mountains. Water springs, that is the one source block of water that you can sometimes find on walls or slopes, can now generate in more types of blocks, such as dirt and snow. This means that you're now more likely to see small mountain streams and waterfalls. Rivers are now less likely to be very deep or stop abruptly in flat areas. Rivers also fit better with swamps now, where the river will tend to get shallow and merge into the swamp water. The swamps themselves have been moved slightly more inland to not have murky swamp water connected to oceans as often. Trees in swamps can now also grow in slightly deeper water than before, which means there should be more trees in swamps. Small lake features are no longer placed in dry and hot biomes, that is deserts, savannas and badlands. There are also fewer lake features placed in other biomes. Speaking of badlands, they have been made slightly smaller on average, but they're still pretty big. The jungle edge biome has made a return. It is not really a jungle edge anymore though, so if it stays around it will likely be renamed. You'll find that this looks like a much less dense jungle with lots of open air between the trees. Mushroom fields biomes have been tweaked a bit to better match the shape of the islands they occupy. Small hills and overhangs, so-called 3D noise, now generates more often in flat areas like in Snapshot 3. In Snapshot 4, flat areas became too flat. And the amount of shattered terrain and shattered savanna biomes have been reduced, with some of that space instead becoming flatter beaches. Let's talk about caves. Cave carvers can now carve through red sand and calcite, so those blocks aren't left hanging in the air. Dripstone caves biomes now place stone surfaces instead of grass, so when a cave entrance leads into a dripstone cave, it should now be less grassy. And lush caves now have water springs, so you'll be able to find more small waterfalls in them. And the bug fix has been made for a structure. Fossil structures with diamonds no longer generate above deep slate level. Finally, in news unrelated to the terrain, in Experimental Snapshot 3 a change was introduced that made spawning speed not depend on the maximum height of blocks in the chunk anymore. This has now been rolled back after community feedback on the issue. And that's that for this snapshot. If you don't know how to get it, then check out the video description or my video about the first experimental snapshots for instructions. As with the previous snapshots, what you're seeing is smooth, shadery renders made using a modded version of Minecraft 1.17. I won't be helping you get shaders for the experimental snapshot here, but I know that won't stop you from posting about it in the comments anyway. My name is Sliced Lime, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to smash that like button. And then maybe you'll also enjoy another one of my videos. How about this one?
Yeah, the llama. Oh my god! What the heck is going on down here?
Stop!
You're shooting the babies. Okay. Save the children!